Welcome to Tech Talks, your guide to creating an accessible classroom through technology. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method that helps us to work with the time we have to complete our tasks rather than against it. And the whole idea behind the Pomodoro technique is to visualize chunks or blocks of time for those of us that like to procrastinate or get easily distracted. So if you're thinking about a chunk of time, like a 25-minute work period as, like, let's say a tomato, something visual, and you need to consume that whole tomato in that 25-minute work period. Once you've done everything in that 25-minute work period, then we can build in a break. So one of the ways that you can do this while you're working online is by using a Chrome extension called Focus Me. So what you're going to do is go to your Chrome web store, and in your search bar, you're going to type in Focus Me, no spaces, and you should get this pop up. This is the tool that we want to use. Now, there are tons of Pomodoro timer type apps, and you can try as many of them as you like. This one just happens to be my favorite because it also has a built-in web blocker, and I'll show you that in a minute. So you're going to install this. When you've installed it, then you will see the extension up here. It's a green box with a little clock inside of it. Okay, so now let's go to an assignment and let's practice using it. So my teacher has given me an assignment, and my teacher has asked that I complete the work online while he or she is online to support me. I tend to get distracted. I want to go on Facebook. I want to talk to my friends. I start staring at something outside of my window. I need a little bit of help to keep me on task. So I'm going to click on my Focus Me Chrome extension. And here is where we can set the parameters of our work period. So I've built in a 25-minute work period, but you can make that 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it is that you feel you can manage. When you're setting that time period, make sure though that you can force yourself or push yourself to focus for that whole duration of time. And I can change it. I can make it 26 minutes. I can make it 25 minutes, all the way down to 5 minutes up to an hour. So I'm just going to stick with my 25-minute focus time. And then I'm going to set a 5-minute break time, which means after the 25 minutes is up, my timer is going to allow me 5 minutes to break and do whatever I'd like. Also, it has this really neat web blocker. So if I get distracted and go on Facebook or Twitter, or I like to go shopping, whatever it is I might be, I can enter the URL for those websites, make sure that this is on, not off. And then what happens is when I enable this timer, during my focus time that I've set for myself, it will block those websites and not allow me to go on them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the start button. As you can see, it starts to count down. I can get rid of that though, and I can see my little countdown up here on my toolbar. So this is my 25-minute work period where I've got to focus, and get my work done before I get my break. Now, if I try to cheat a little bit and try to go onto Facebook, so let's say I go onto a new tab and I start typing in Facebook. Oops. No way, it's going to block me. So I'm not allowed to use it during that focus work period. But once my 25-minute focus period is up, it will allow me that 5-minute break period to go onto Facebook or any other website that I'd like to choose. So the unique thing about this is that the student does have control over this, because a student could easily go and say, this isn't working for me. They could stop it, and then they could go in and they could remove that website so that they could do whatever they want. But this is a great teachable moment and an opportunity to talk to them about self-regulation as well.